Hun, we're live. Let's see. Do I need to put some filters? Do I need to look pretty? No, let's just go with normal. I'm in my kitchen. I'm still coughing away. I don't know when this bloody thing is gonna go. I think I need a much taller, like, thing to put my. I'm so not prepared. There we go. So I have got that live announcement that I told everyone I was gonna make. So for the last couple of months, actually it's been since November, December roughly. My husband and I have been grappling with a very deep conversation and a deep decision that we have to make. It's actually life-changing, really. When I told a couple of friends that I'm, deciding about this decision, everybody only came up with like one major, like if I had a poll in my head, it was like, you're pregnant, you're gonna get another baby. I wish it's true. I love kids. My husband.
Wait.
What?
You wish it was true you had a baby?
Well, we've got our fifth baby, the doggy. But no, I love kids. They are a joy to have as babies. And then they turn 2 years old, and then they turn 3 years old, and then they're not so fun anymore until they go 18. Sorry, kids. But yeah, so we are actually so for the, you guys know, we're a crazy couple, and this year is our 20th anniversary on the 15th of April, and it's a very special occasion. But of course, we can't celebrate it because of what we're going through at the moment in this world today. But anyway, so the point of my going live is to share. Since last year, around November and December, we have been thinking about this particular decision that will change the family completely, 180 degrees. Can you say 360? 360, maybe 180. Does it make sense? Yeah. 180, 360.
360 is just back where you started.
Back where you started. It's very mathematical. Everybody says 360, but nobody says 180. We're gonna go 180. Kind of three. Actually, it is 360 in this case. It is 360 in this case. Anyway, so we've been thinking about that. And then during Christmas in December, when we were back in Denmark, we spoke to my husband's parents and his cousins, his sister and friends. And we asked everyone for their blessing because we wanted to make sure we were doing the right decision. I'm going to start crying. It's so emotional. You can see my ugly yellow. I'm going to hide that ugly thing away. And then in January, after New Year, we started to kind of like talked a little bit more, and we had a few more friends that we asked their opinion, and everybody seems to think it's a great idea. So we planned a trip in February to make sure that this thing that we are looking to do happens. And then COVID-19 started taking over this world. So suddenly our decision kind of took a back seat, and it's become so stressful the last couple of months to try and get this thing going. So, but in any case, I hope it does still happen. This decision is kind of how old am I now? It's 28 years in the making. I am going home to the very country I left 28 years ago. We are going to move back to Singapore. 20 years ago, we got married in that country, my husband and I, so it's kind of funny that in our 20th anniversary, we decided that we're going to spend the rest of our lives. Maybe, I don't know, who knows, God knows what we're going to be doing, but this is probably going to be our last move. I know I have some friends who say like, you're always moving all the time. You're either having a baby, you're always moving. They're right, I'm either having a baby or I'm always moving. But this time, we hope that we are always moving will no longer be a statement. we hope to move back to Asia, to our company is in Singapore. So, okay, people have asked me, those I've told quietly, privately, behind the scenes, like on Facebook Messenger or on Instagram chat, they've asked me, why are you moving back home after all these years? You've lived in Europe for so long. It's been like 20 years. I left home when I was 17. I lived in China as my first country, and then I lived in Taiwan, and then, Malaysia, and then I lived in the Netherlands. I've lived in so many countries every couple of years. And then I met a husband who's just like me, due to his job. Every 3 to 4 years, maximum 5, we've lived in a different country. We have 4 kids made in 4 different countries. My youngest is funny. She's made in Italy, incubated between France and Switzerland, born in Malaysia, became a toddler in London, and now, she's a school-going girl in Spain, and now we're going back to another situation. So yeah, it's a big decision, and I'm really, really excited. I'm very nervous. It's not easy going back to a country that you were born in when you have not been so long in that country as an adult. You don't know that country as an adult. You know it as a child. So you've got a lot of preconceptions, misconceptions that things are not true anymore. I'm going to cry. It's really emotional. So the 3 reasons we're going back to Singapore are this. First, I had my mom live with me here in Spain for a couple of months, and I can see that she's really, really old. She really needs help. She's not mobile. She's in a wheelchair. I was, giving her showers and a bath. I was like brushing her hair and for her. So I wanted to spend all this time kind of supporting my mom in her old age. Excuse me. That's one. The Asian children, we are pre-programmed to always look out for our parents in their olden age. And so at this old age of mine, I'm thinking about my mom, because I want my kids to take care of me and my husband, to think about us when we are old. So I want the karma to kind of keep going. Of course, this means that I'm very far away from my mother-in-law, which is also not easy for me to consider with my husband. But I hope that we can visit her very often, and we can bring her over, to stay with us in Singapore at least once or twice a year. I know she's got a dog, so it's a bit difficult. The second reason is my husband and I, we have a company in Singapore. We got a tech company. My husband is biologist and a computer scientist, but lately he's been doing artificial intelligence. So that is the big economy. That's a big factor in the Asian economy at the moment. So we're hoping to grow the company, and at the same time, I really miss the Asian hospitality, the Asian way of doing business, the coffees and the teas and the whole kind of like very Latin style too. So I miss that. So I'm hoping to also do my own business there, go back to teaching my belly dance therapy again. This is where I created belly dance therapy, was in Singapore 20 years ago when I was pregnant with my eldest daughter. And the third reason is for health. As you guys know, my hypothyroidism, I don't really do well with cold weather anymore. I can no longer take to any temperatures that's lower than 16. It gets me really, really ill. Like in London, every month in winter, I will get ulcers in my mouth because my tongue will swell up. You see this puffy cheeks of mine here, this is from hypothyroid. I get really ill basically. So every time I visit Singapore, my health has been always so good, so amazing. I lose weight, my skin is dewy. So one of the reasons also that for health, my husband suffers from the autoimmune disease called psoriasis, where your skin breaks out because your immune system is actually too healthy. So your skin starts reproducing way too often. Instead of like 21 days, other people, people with psoriasis reproduce every 3 to 5 days. So the hot water in southern Spain right here, the water is super, super, super hard. And also the very, very low humidity is very bad for him, for his skin. And also for me, again, with a hypothyroid, my hair breaks. As soon as it grows, it breaks. It literally just splits. So it's very hard for me to have glorious hair since I moved here. My nails break, my skin. I started having eczema, dermatitis again because of the cold. Because of the low humidity. So we are hoping to get all these things eliminated when we move back to Singapore. So yeah, this is it. This is my news. I'm really looking forward to reconnecting my children to their cousins. My children have got no cousins growing up all over the world. They're always so far away. They meet them, once every 2 years or something. We are a big family. There's 6 of us, 4 kids and 2 parents. It's not cheap to go on holiday during summer, across continent, if you live in London, to go all the way to Singapore and visit relatives in Malaysia and Singapore and Indonesia. It's a very costly business. No matter how well our income is, it's still going to take a big chunk out of your budget. So I'm hoping to get my children to spend more time with their cousins, and I want to rekindle my friendship with old friends. And food. I mean, Singapore is a food haven. I mean, it's a food heaven. It is a haven for people who love food. It is, it's clean, it's safe. I don't have to worry about stabbings like in London. I don't have to worry about people, going in the streets and doing nasty stuff, trying to cheat you or whatever. There are cases of crime in Singapore. The police always say low crime doesn't mean no crime. We do have crime in Singapore. It's just really, really low. So I would like my children to grow up in relative safety, great education, sunshine, and yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna be doing a lot more updates to my channel on the packing. We already started packing. But because of COVID-19, it's been really difficult. I cannot get moving companies to come and give us a quote. We can't go out to get boxes. I cannot go out to throw things. I can't sell my furniture. It's really, really, I'm like going to be like Donald Trump. This COVID-19 is taking away attention from me. So it's really difficult. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my news, and tell me what you think. See you guys next week when I have something else to share. Bye. What do I do? Yes.